Hello all, welcome to Tangle and Inspire's yet another Zentangle session. My name is Aishwarya Darbha. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. I live in Pune, India, and these are my YouTube classes for you. So for today's session, I'll be using my Micron oven pen, graphite pencil and a Tortillon with a 3.5 inch cardstock. If you do not have the needed supplies, you can use your plain white paper and you can use your gel pen with the black ink and a pencil. If you are interested in purchasing the supplies for this Zentangle series, you can always contact me on my Instagram. All the links are below in the description. So I always start with the Zentangle Art with 4 dots in each corner. Thereafter, gently take your pencil and just add pencil lines joining each dot. So this helps in making a mark as to where we are going to draw Zentangle patterns. Thereafter, I request you to draw a simple string of X. You can keep your pencil aside and take your Micron oven pen and start drawing along with me. So, for today's lesson, I want you to draw a tangle called infinity in the borders. So you start with an orb and leave a lot of gap and put another orb. Slowly move down and just eyeball it and create orbs like this. Now, after you turn the tile, start adding orbs again, giving quite amount of spaces in between. As you draw these orbs, just be gentle on your pen. Be very mindful of this activity. Thereafter, start drawing an S curve from one orb to the other. So you can watch me here. Slowly start an S curve and drop it down here. And now again you can double this line and slowly bring it down. Okay. So similarly, you have to do it connected from one orb to the other very slowly. You can watch me as I draw. Just be very mindful of your pen, place it down slowly, gently. As you draw, you'll feel very relaxed. Just enjoy the repetitiveness of this tangle. This tangle is Infinity by Judy Okawa. She created this lovely tangle pattern in year 2016. So after you have done join the S curve, now you turn your tile, okay, and you do it in the opposite direction. So you bring it here, slowly stop here and bring down the lines down like this. So you are creating an inverted S. Okay. So here again you start from the orb, slowly you end and bring it down like this. Just be very slow. As you draw, just bring a slight smile on your face. So you are relaxed, your muscles are relaxed. Thereafter, I want you to create infinity tangle in all of the strings in between. Okay. So I start with my S curve and bring it down. Again, start an S curve and bring to the downside. In the top I start and bring it to the down. Thereafter, I turn my tile and I do the same thing in the opposite direction. Place your pen slowly and smoothly. So now we'll take up another tangle. It is called Chank. Chank tangle was created by me. So for this, I want you to draw Chank in a grid pattern. So we create a small grid with a pencil line. 1, 2 and 3, 4. And similarly, we create a grid over here. And here. Thereafter, what I want you to do is, I want you to draw a rice-like shape in the bottom over here and then somewhere in the top. Okay. Then start by curving, showing a curve like a pot. It comes out and then touches the bottom one. The right side of the seed you start and then you reach the bottom right side. Again, you can create once again a seed like shape diagonally on the grid and then slowly bring your line out and curve it in. So we'll do this in all the 4 sides. Tangle Chank is actually a ribbon tangle, but I'm just trying to show the variation of this tangle when done in a grid pattern. Okay. So now what you do is you start from this intersection point and slowly curve it outside and bring it down. Watch me here. That's it. So like a petal shape, this comes down. Here again, start and you bring it down. Here again, you start and bring it down. Each time you turn your tile and you create this tangle. So now this remaining side you can create a V shape here like this. I was inspired to create Tangle Chank from the African artist. That is also one of the tangle pattern which went haywire, and that gave me an opportunity to learn and create this tangle. I named this tangle as Chank because this looks so much like a conch shell, or in Sanskrit we call it as Shank. So now what I do is I just create a small V shape and simply define this space. Similarly, let us complete in this grid as well. Basic structure for Zentangle Chank. Now you can create as many beads that you want to embellish. So for this lesson, I just want to create embellishment like a flower pattern. So slowly I create this flower pattern. And then darken the outside of this flower. Simply slowly fill it with the ink. create your own designs, whatever you feel like. Thereafter, I'll simply draw lines connecting from one end to the other. That's it. So I have finished inking the Chank. Now what we do is we create some simple fescues like things, or maybe not even fescues. If you want, you can create it. But I feel maybe some strings of dots or lines we can do. So I take my pen and then simply connect it somewhere. Okay. So I create these kind of different strings connecting one, crisscrossing the other. So wherever I find that empty space, I'm just taking it and going slowly. Just carefully, you are gently going behind the tangle infinity. So you be careful, be mindful that. Okay. Now, I want to create here. This time I'll slowly probably bring it out as well. So it's okay. There are no rules as such. Here I connect. You can get here. Okay. And draw on this pencil string a bit. Then just start creating the simple bead lines shape. Just simple bead lines. On those strings, create some beads. It's okay if it is not at equidistance, just go along. Okay, that's it. We'll leave it here. Now it is time to shade. You can take your graphite pencil or any pencil that you have, and first we'll add little bit of shading in these meeting points of a Tangle Chank. Then I use my friendly Tortillon and smoothen it. Thereafter, I shade this little bit of inside from both the ends. Just slightly. Okay. So now I just simply add some shading on the below side of this infinity. Okay, just in the intersections. And do some shading over here as well if you have space. So after I complete this row, I'll smoothen it out very gently. Now what I do is I'll simply shade few sides of this bead lines just to give some contrast. Okay. I leave some white spaces and the other sides I just fill it with my pencil. This gives a very happy and nice looking rhythm. So you can see I'm holding my pencil in a very horizontal position. So this helps me to not create those hard pencil lines. I'm just using my Tortillon and smoothing these out. So for the seed-like shape, you can create some patterns like this so that it is very nicely, beautifully designed. You can fill it completely or you keep it black and white. So now you draw excess in the center and let us create something like a small diamond. Just carefully end it. So for the other pencil strings, if you're able to see, just move your graphite there, your tortillon, and just lighten it. Okay. So I just feel that after it's completed, I want to create these beads or orbs a little bit more darker. So I'm just going to darken this. You can avoid it, and if you want, you can do it like me. So if you have time and patience, you can create some simple lines. So I'm creating Tangle Pudding Tom on the places where I have put graphite, just above it, just to create some more interest on this beautiful piece of art. This lovely. I always enjoy if there is some movements going on in the tile between black, white and grey. So that gives me more fun to see. Simple. So that is it for today's lesson. And create and sign in. So the lessons that we learned today is Tangle, Chank by Aishwarya Darbha and so if you have different color pens or gel pen, you can add a dash of color as well. So that is it for today's lesson. And create and sign in. So the lessons that we learned today is Tangle, Chank by Aishwarya Darbha and Tangle Infinity by Judy Okama. So thank you so much for joining me in this lesson, and I'll see you again on next Monday. Take care. Bye bye.